Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna work on this ring. I decided to call it percent for obvious reasons. I think it's a pretty unique ring, and you know, if you have kids in school and they have math teacher, I think it would be a perfect present for them. If I was back in school, I would do that, and my son is too young and he doesn't have a teacher yet. So this ring is probably the first tutorial where we'll just be assembling things, because every single thing here I already have tutorial for. This is eternity ring. If you don't know how to do peyote, there is a link in the description box to this tutorial. It's called eternity ring, but basically what it is, it's peyote band with 6 beads. It's 6 delicates wide, and if you know peyote, you should be able to do it. If not, that video is like 1 hour long. Basically I was explaining all the basics of peyote stitch there. And then these are just bezels, so we will need one bezel number 2, and then we're gonna need 2 bezel number 5s. So that's all we're gonna need. So basically we're gonna attach to this bezel number 2 to our eternity ring, and then we're gonna attach 2 of these here, and that will give you this ring. So it's pretty easy. After this, you're gonna need your beading needles. I'm gonna be using size 10. You can use 11, you can use 12, doesn't really matter here. Then you're gonna need beading threads. I'm gonna use this Nymo. I'm just trying to use up the small spools of Nymo I had, but basically from once I finish them, I'm just gonna be using big spools because the difference is quite big. These are really sturdy, you know, grippy threads, while this one is more like silky. Even though they're the same thing, you can feel the difference. So once I finish this, I'm just gonna stick around with big spools. And you're gonna need your scissors to cut the thread and a stop bead. That's all it is. It's gonna be a really short tutorial. So thread your needle, get your components ready, and meet me back here. So I already set my stop bead here. I just left a small tail that I just can sew in later, and we're gonna start with our band. Don't mind the colors, by the way. I'm just using very contrasting colors so you can see what I'm doing. In real life I wouldn't really use these colors together. So what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna add this thread first. Go here, and I'm just gonna go down here. Up, down. I'm just basically making my way around bits so I can just get rid of that tail. And then here maybe. I just need to be coming out of the bottom bead there. And then here I can just snip this tail. That's it. And now where we're gonna attach this. So on the back of our bezel number 2, on one side I'm gonna attach, look, 1 2 3, this third bead, and then 1 2 3 third bead from the top as well. So 1 2 3 third bead, 1 2 3 third bead. On the second side it will be 1 2 second bead from the bottom, 1 2 3 4 5 fifth bead from the top. Okay, so that's how we're gonna attach them. Now here I am. See, I'm gonna take this 1 2 3, I'm gonna go third bead down, pull my needle through, and then go back through the same bead on the other side. Here you go, like so. Again, go through the same bead on that side and back here. That's it. And now on this ring, look, see where your thread is coming out of this bead. I'm gonna make my way. See the next bead here? that's where you're gonna go down. Pull your thread nice and tight and just keep going down one bead on the left side. See? Left, left. We're just going downward, but always take the bead on the left. And then the last two I can just go at the same time. And that will bring you to a bead where you're supposed to be on this side. And then this bead, I'm gonna connect to the third bead on this side. Remember? 1, 2, 3, and from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, third bead up. That's why I explained it to you which beads when we didn't have this attached, so it's quite hard to show you what I'm going to say. 1, 2, 3, up. That's it. And just go back and forth through those two beads, connecting them together. Up. And down. That's it. So, one side attached. See, it's attached sideways. And now we have to attach this second side. To do that, see where my thread's coming out of? Go one, so leave the thread, leave the bead where your thread's coming out of. Count from the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So come out of the fourth bead. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so you're out of the fourth bead, and on this side, remember you connect 1, 2, second bead on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth bead on this side. So we're connecting this side. I'm gonna go down the second bead, 1, 2. Okay, and just connect it to this bead on this side. Go back and forth. 1. I'll do it one more time. 2. Now we have to take my needle to this side, and again, the bead where you want to come out, see where your thread's coming out of? Leave that bead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come out of the fourth bead. Okay? So just take your needle there, however you like. I'm just gonna go through the beads. Pull your thread nice and tight. Okay, so this is the bead I want to be at. Okay, doesn't matter how you take it, just through the beads to be out of the fourth bead. So again, just make sure I'm coming out of the right bead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, remember this last side is the fifth bead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna go down the fifth bead here. Pull your thread nice and tight. And up the same bead. And this last one is a bit tricky because all the other sides are connected. Up, and then one more time. Down, and then up. That's it. So the bezel number 2 is connected. Okay, so get this done and meet me back here. Now, once you have your bezel number 2 connected to your eternity ring, it's time to connect these two. I'm going to show you how to do one. The second one is exactly the same. So basically, what we aim at, see the period stitch on the bezel number 5? See, it's 5 rows of delicates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have to connect it to the middle row on this side, okay? So it doesn't really matter which one because all the sides are the same. But here, it's important. See, there is a middle row of delicates going. See, from the very corner here. That's the first, second, third, fourth. So you have to connect it to the fourth bead of the middle row. 1, 2, 3, 4. On this side, once we're done, you take your needle through the beads of this bezel, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. So both sides are exactly the same. So I'm going to show you how to connect one side, and then second side you can do yourself. So I'm on the eternity ring, so I'm just going to make my way towards here. So I have to come out of the fourth bead. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm actually right next to it. Again, make sure always double count to make sure you are on the right spot. So say middle row, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm coming out of the fourth bead of the middle row, and I'm gonna connect it to the middle row here. Okay, and then back through the same bead. And then when I pull my thread, it will stick next to each other. And I just have to reinforce it. Go through the same bead on bezel number 5. I can't really show you what I'm doing, but I'm going through the bead on the round bezel and back through the fourth bead of bezel number 2. And then I like to do it one more time so it stays nice and strong. Make sure to pull your thread nice and tight all the time. And then like this, back here. And pull your thread nice and tight. And that's stuck in place. Now go ahead, take your needle around. So you connected it on this side. The second one has to be on this side. So make sure you are using the middle row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Connected to the fourth bead here. Okay? And then I'm gonna meet you back here. And we are done. Look, it's very easy once you have the components. It might be time consuming to get them done first, but if you have them already, it's pretty easy to assemble. Like, you know, I have this box with all my bezels, so for each bezel I already have them ready. So when I feel like making a jewelry, I just take this out and then see what I can assemble with them. So, you know, if you have time, you can just create a couple bezels and keep them spare. So one advice here, this one, when I did it, I used a big spool of Nymo, so the thread is quite stiff. And these ones, look, they're quite sturdy. They stay in place really nicely. While this one, I used this, which isn't, it's quite silky thread on a small spool. So look, it's not so sturdy. See, it's quite floppy. Well, it does stay in place, but I would much rather prefer it this way, where it's quite sturdy. It looks like a one unit on top of a ring, while this one's a bit floppy. So, you know, use a sturdy thread for this ring. So I hope you liked this project. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up below the video. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to my channel. And in the description box there will be links to my Facebook page. I have a Facebook group. If you have questions, it's a great place to ask them. And there is a link to my shop. So some of you might not know, but I already opened my online shop. So make sure to check it out and show some love. Bye guys.